A toast. The finest consignment of lumber the Gunnar shipyard has ever purchased.
Thank you, gentlemen. I hope Ponderosa Timber builds a whole fleet for you.
I'll drink to that, too.
Well, I guess it's time to entertain the paying customers, Charlie. Hey. Thank you, gentlemen. Gentlemen. That's the funniest thing that's going to be said in here all evening. Gentlemen, I am paid to sing here. And I expect a little courtesy when I do. So please pay attention, or else the next bottle may not bounce off that wall. Oh, dear, what can the matter be? Dear, dear, what can the matter be? Oh, dear.
Who is she? I've never seen her before.
Johnny so long at the fair. He promised to buy me a trinket to please me, and then for a smile, oh, he vowed he would tease me. He promised to bring me a bunch of blue ribbons to tie up my bonny brown hair. Oh, dear.
Forget it, Dolly. Sing any one of your talents. Let's see what you can do.
You stink of dead fish.
I'm going to teach you some manners.
Go!
Friend, why don't you go back to your drink?
And what if I don't?
Come on, let me buy you a drink. Bartender, how about a drink for my good friend here?
Her kind of woman ain't worth fighting over.
No. Drink hearty.
Hello, Ben. Long time.
Long time. How have you been?
Oh. Breathing. In and out.
Why this?
I don't eat, I get hungry.
What about Ken? How are the children?
They're dead. I have to go now.
Wait. So many things I want to know.
Oh, Ben. The Rita Marlowe that you know is dead, too. Dead and buried. So let's just leave it that way, huh? Anything broken?
No, just run down.
Well, drink will take care of that. Oh, get one for me, will you, Ben? There.
What you need is good food, sunshine.
Ben, please, after the drink. Oh.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Just a little accident. I'll be all right in a few minutes.
Why'd you give him a bad time?
Because he raided one.
Not when he spends money in my place, he don't. Look, you don't do my business any good. You better get yourself a new job.
Look, I get a week's pay.
These bar tabs you ran up, they show you owe me. Call us even.
Sam, could you let me have a few dollars? You'll get it back.
Honey, I'm out to make money, not give it away. Put out the light when you leave.
Oh, that's big of Sam.
What happens now?
No?
No problem. I'll make out just fine.
You make out about as far as the street. And you fall flat on your face.
And don't keep your friends waiting.
They've left.
Give me $10. I'll give it back to you as soon as I get a job.
Money isn't the answer.
Sure is a good start.
I have a better one.
Look, all I want from you is $10. If you're going to give it to me, fine. If not, then get out of here.
If you want to kill yourself, there are better ways of doing it. I'm sorry. I have no right to say that.
Say what you want. I couldn't care less.
I'll make a deal with you. You come out to the Ponderosa and stay with us for a month. Just 1 month, that's all. And after that, I'll give you whatever money you need to start over again.
No strings?
No strings.
Well, what have I got to lose? All right. All right, you have yourself a deal.
Good.
But remember this, Ben. Don't expect me to be any different than I am now. I'm not about to change. For you or for anybody. Understand?
I understand.
Doggone it, Bob. Your stage line's getting more efficient all the time. It ain't but 3 hours late already.
Sorry, boss. Should have been here by now.
Hey, Pa! Welcome home.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back. Oh, I'm a little stiff. Oh. Mrs. Marlowe, this is my son, Horse. This is Mrs. Marlowe. I telegraphed you by.
Our pleasure to have you.
Horse, we need to take things
Yeah,
down.
I'll get the stuff.
Where's the rig?
Right over here, Paul.
Right over here, Mrs. Marlowe. Can I help you, Horse? Anything happened while I was gone?
Not a thing, Paul. Everything rolled along smoothly as can be.
Good.
Yeah, except one thing. We lost our barn, Paul. It burned down.
What?
I'm just funny. Oh, you and the lady go ahead. I got some chores I got to do, and I'll catch up with you later.
I'll catch up with you later if I hear any more funning out of you.
Don't be late for supper.
Yes, sir. You know me better than that. Now, again, a pleasure.
Well, we had a long trip. But a hot bath and a good meal will make the world of difference.
Ben, I want a drink.
We'll beat the Ponderosa in a couple of hours.
Please, I need one now.
Blue. Good morning, Mace.
Oh, good morning, Ben.
You open for business yet?
Oh, not till noon. New law the sheriff put in last week.
Well, I'm sure the sheriff won't mind if we bend his law just a little. Now, would you get me a bottle, please?
If I get cut, it'll be my job.
Please, just this once.
All right, just this once.
Mace, this is, Mrs. Marlowe. She's staying with us out of the Ponderosa for a couple of weeks. Mace Sindel.
Well, I'm sure you'll enjoy your stay.
Yes, I'm sure I will, too. Now, how about my drink, huh? It's better. Another one, please. I'm sure I'll be thirsty again before we reach your place.
Take care. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you. I have a chair. It needs some work. Leg's splintered. You think you'd have some time to look at it?
Well, I'll make time, I say, Friday.
Friday? Fine. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's a loon swamper. What's his name?
Mace Sindel.
Yeah, I think I've seen him somewhere before, but I can't remember where.
They've been a prize fight ring.
Yeah. You're right, in San Francisco. A friend of mine took me. Sindel knocked his man out in the second round. Oh, he really had a punch.
Yes, Mace was a leading contender.
What happened to him?
He decided to give it up.
For what? Working in a saloon?
It's honest work.
Bernard, I can't understand why it takes a female so long to get ready for supper.
I can't understand why it takes you so long to eat supper.
Because eating supper's a dang sight more pleasurable than getting ready for it, that's why.
Hey, Pa, did you tell her what time we sit down?
Yeah, I told her.
Gentlemen. I'm afraid that you'll be dining without me this evening. You see, the trip wore me out more than I realized.
Would you like your supper in your room?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I have everything in my room that I need to make me comfortable. So if you will excuse me, I will say good night.
Rita, sleep well.
Well, she looks sick to me.
She is sick, in soul as well as in body. The woman I remember was beautiful. As gentle a human being as I'd ever known. 2 lovely children, a boy and a girl. Her husband was a lawyer that I knew some years back.
What happened to her, Paul?
She didn't say where, or when, or how. Just told me that her husband and her children were dead. Just that. They were dead. I'm hoping that we can find some way to help her.
We'll do everything we can to help her.
Well, let's have some supper.
You see, ma'am, there ain't nothing to it. You just clean the hoof out with this hoof knife. Hand me that rest, will you? Then you level it up so he don't wobble when he stands up. Just like doing your nails. As soon as I get this one done, I'll let you do one.
Howdy, man. Found these flowers down by the stream. I thought you might like them. See you at supper.
Check. And mate. Well, you did better that time.
Oh.
Let's play another one.
No, no, thanks. I've had enough.
What's the matter?
Why should anything be the matter?
You seem restless.
Oh? I don't see why. You and your sons have seen to it that I've been properly entertained and kept very busy. But tell me something, Ben. Why is it that there isn't any liquid refreshment in this house?
It might help if you didn't have anything while you were here.
Did you think that it would get washed out of me in 1 month?
I thought it would be a good start.
You thought wrong. Ben, you've had someone that you love, that you dearly love, die, haven't you?
Yes.
And you were with them when it happened.
Yes, I was.
And your presence gave them some kind of assurance and strength.
I hope so.
It did, Ben. I know it did. We were on our way to San Francisco. Ken and myself, the children. That night we were at a hotel. It caught fire. And our room was on the second floor. And we were trapped by the flames. Ken carried me to the window. And then he lowered me out and dropped me. My ankles were broken, but I could drag myself clear. And I turned back. And I saw Ken going back for the children. And then there was a terrible crackling sound. And the hotel started to collapse. I lay there, and I heard my children calling out to me. I heard them screaming to me to come and help them. I tried. Oh, I tried. But I couldn't go to them. When I buried my family, Ben, I buried a way of life. And I'll never go back to it. I will never be hurt by it again. You know, when you found me in San Francisco, I was all right. That's what I want, and that's what I'm going back for.
There's no purpose. There's no meaning in that kind of life.
But it is my kind of life. And don't feel pity for me, Ben, because I don't need it. So why don't you just give me the money now and let me get out of here?
We made a bargain, and I'm going to keep you to it.
Well, I guess I don't have a choice, do I? All right? All right, we'll play your silly game. Good night, Ben. Hello.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Marlowe.
That's wonderful. I don't think I could tell it from the original.
Well, thank you. Wood works easily in my hands.
Those hands do other things well, too. I've seen you fight.
Is there something I can help you with?
No? No, I'm just wandering around, trying to keep out of trouble. Been doing that long?
Since I was a boy. I like building things.
I should think there would be a demand in almost any town for men with your talents.
I keep busy.
Then why do you work in a saloon?
I need the money.
Don't we all?
Well, I want a shop of my own. Taking on extra work just makes it come that much sooner.
Then you plan on settling here in Virginia City?
Yeah.
Well, you have no problems. Then Cartwright likes you. I'm sure that if you were to ask him, he'd be more than willing to lend you the money to get started.
Well, he already has.
Well?
When I stand in my shop, I want it to be mine. Only mine. I'll be beholden to no man.
Good luck.
Hey, Mace, there's a couple of fellas up here to see you.
See me?
That's what they said. They're up in front of the house. Well, I'll see you later.
If you'll excuse me.
You're excused.
Mace! What do you say, big man? Surprised to see your old buddy boy?
Hello, Dink. What brings you here?
Listen to the man, Tiny. 3 years we haven't seen each other, and all he's got for me is, hello, Dink, what brings you here? You do, baby. Why else you think I'd bounce all over the countryside? Only for you would I do it. They told me in town I'd find you here, so I'd have come. Just like that. You look great, kiddo. Great. Still flat and hard as a plank. You working out, keeping in shape?
You still haven't answered me.
Same old Mace. Straight and hard from the shoulder. Okay. This is Tiny Mac. #1 boy since you left my stable. There's never been one like you, Mace. You could have gone to the top, all the way.
Now he tells me that.
Good luck.
His right hand will take care of all the luck, but he needs something more. He needs to fight a name. Like you.
You know better than that.
Favor to an old pal, Mace. Your name's still big, carries weight. Tiny here climbing a ring with you, he's got to get a crack at the big boy.
Forget it.
You stay 5 rounds, you pick up an easy 1,000.
You're wasting your time here.
You know, you get in the ring with me, you don't go 5 rounds.
Enjoy your stay in Virginia City.
All right. Go on, Tiny. Yeah, go on. All right. We'll be in a hotel if you change your mind.
more of the same. Don't spill any.
Tain't right, Mace. Tain't right at all. A man like you doing this. You come back with me, boy, and we'll go right to the top again.
I'll get your drinks for you. Well, good evening, Mrs. Marlowe. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, Mace, you can buy me a drink.
Well, I'd like to, but I'm working right now.
Oh, well then, why don't you lend me a couple of dollars and I'll buy myself one? Thank you, kind sir. I will remember you in my prayers.
Why don't you sit down here? I'll bring you anything you want.
Thanks, but I don't drink alone unless I have to. Whiskey, twice.
Stay here and keep out of trouble till I get back. I beg your pardon? Are you expecting anyone?
The only thing I'm expecting is to have a couple of drinks and relax.
Well, maybe we do it together. Care to join me and my friend?
Why not, if you're buying?
This is Tiny Mac. And I'm Deke Martin.
Rita, that's good enough. I've seen you two before. Cartwrights.
Oh? You work for them?
No, I'm a guest. Unwilling, but nevertheless a guest.
So, why stay?
Well, there's a certain little matter called money. It takes some to go from one place to another.
Could be I could do you some good.
Any good you'd do me, you'd come out ahead.
Well, we'd both come out ahead if you'd arranged to get Mace in the ring.
In the ring?
Yes, with Tiny. $100 would buy you a lot of traveling. We're staying over a couple of extra days. You think about it.
Hey, Swampert, where's our drinks? And bring one for the lady.
Over. Why don't we get back into our corners, huh?
How about you and me find a corner all to ourselves?
With you, it would have to be a cave.
Come on, be a good girl.
Because I am a good girl, I don't want a slob like you pawing me.
The lady doesn't want your company.
Come on. Come on. You don't get paid for this. Now, let's sit down.
Stick to swamping out saloons. That's all you're good for.
Sorry, kiddo. Fighting here don't put money in my pocket. I need him in a ring. Now, you make it happen. I'll up it to 200.
Get me out of here, will you, Mace?
Yeah.
Do you mind taking me home?
I don't mind.
If you're expecting thanks, you're wrong.
That isn't necessary.
If you thought you were defending my honor, you're wrong, too. I lost that a long time ago. Well, I enjoyed it very much once we got past the rough spots.
So did I.
You know, Mace, when I first saw you, I said that you were an ugly brute. And Ben said, no, not when you get to know him. You know something? He was right. Good night.
Mrs. Marlowe, could I see you again?
Yes, if you'd like to.
Well, I have to bring this back tomorrow. Maybe then.
All right. Tomorrow will be fine. No, it's all right.
Well, you boys did a good morning's work. Yeah, we're finished by tonight. Where's Mrs. Marlowe?
Same place she was yesterday.
And the day before that.
With Mace?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he picked her up while you were out shaking the fence.
Well, what do you know?
Only thing I know for sure is that he's mighty stuck on her.
You can tell that, all right. It's like he's got a sign hung out.
Well, if it works out, you couldn't find a better man, I'll tell you.
Well, let's hope it does work out.
Only thing I hope is that you'll let us go into town tonight, Paul.
What's so important in town?
Well, tonight's the last night that prize fighter's going to be there, and they tell me he's meaner than a treed wildcat.
Well, it's all right, and have a good look at him.
Hey, well, you could use $1,000, Hoss. Why don't you fight him?
The only feller I'm going to fight is you over that last spud.
You happy?
Mm-hmm. How about you?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think the last few days have cost you money.
Well, I'm not complaining. When are you going to go back?
Let's not talk about that. It's now that's important. So let's just enjoy it.
Rita?
When I get back to San Francisco, I'll send you my address. I'd like to know how you're doing with the shop.
I didn't have the right to do that. I didn't even have the right to think it. I'll take you back.
No, Mace. You had all the right in the world. I wanted you to do that.
I'm no good with words. All I can say is I love you. I want you with me. Always.
They're the only words a woman wants to hear. But, well, we both know that we can't build a life together on dreams and kisses.
I have a trade. We'll have a good life together.
When? Next year? Hereafter? It's too long. I want to enjoy my happiness now.
Well, I'll find another job.
No, it's still too long.
I won't borrow. It's got to be ours. I won't share our happiness with anyone else.
Mace, you don't have to. It can be the way you want. By going into that ring tonight. 5 rounds, that's all you have to go. And with that $1,000, Mace, we wouldn't have to wait.
I can't do it.
But why? He's not that good. I know you can take care of him.
That's not the reason.
Well, then what is the reason? Well, it was fun while it lasted. I guess our picnic's over. Take me home, will you, Mace?
Rita, does it mean that much to you to have the money now?
Yes, it means that much to me.
All right. I'll go against him tonight. We'll have our $1,000 tomorrow. Then will you marry me?
Yes, Mace, I'll marry you.
Well, I guess I better take you back. But Rita, don't go see the fight tonight. I'll be out first thing in the morning. I love you, woman.
Best seats you got. Here we are. Best seats in the house.
Hey, who's fighting?
I don't know. They'll tell us when we get in there. Here you are, Paul. Ma'am, here you are.
Rita, you sure you want to see this fight?
Oh, Ben, I've seen men fight before. Don't worry. But listen, you go on in and I'll join you in a moment, all right?
Ma'am, we'll be right down in the front row. Come on, Joe.
I'm surprised Mace didn't ask you. Yeah. Well, let's go inside and see what a treed mountain lion looks like.
Thank you, folks. Now, for the past few days, you have all seen Tiny Mac, the next heavyweight champion of the world, go against the best men in your town. Your best were none too good. You're in for a treat. You're going to see two of the greatest fighting machines in the world. One of them is Tiny Mac, and the other is Mace Sindel.
About this?
No, I didn't know.
Well, Mrs. Marlowe must have known about it. She didn't say anything.
I'll be right back.
Mr. Martin?
Hello, sweetheart. What are you doing back here?
Waiting for you. I filled my end of the deal.
You did great. Just great. I'll take care of you as soon as this is over.
Right now.
What's the matter, sweetheart? Don't you trust the old dinker?
Mr. Martin, as easily as I got Mace into the ring, I can get him out. So I want $200 right now because that crowd just isn't gonna like it.
Of course, baby, of course. I was just having a little laugh is all. Are you gonna stick around and watch your boy work?
First of all, he's not my boy, and I'm leaving on a stage in 20 minutes.
I don't come much harder than you, gal. See you around.
Did you hear?
Why did you do it?
Because I wanted to get away from here, and it takes money.
If you needed money that badly, all you had to do was come to me.
Oh, really? Well, that's not what you said last week. Last week, I had to live up to my end of the bargain.
What did you say to Mace to make him fight?
That's none of your business.
That you were going to marry him? Is that it? You lied to him. He'll climb into that ring thinking he's going to make a life for the two of you. And all he'll have to live with is a rotten memory of a lie.
Well, $1,000 will help him forget. If ever you're in San Francisco, do look me up. You'll know where to find me.
Go, Mace. It's that time.
All right. Oh, Ben.
Hello, Mace.
Oh, did Rita tell you about us?
Yeah, she told me.
I don't deserve a break like that. A woman like her wanting to marry an ugly mug like me.
Listen, Mace. Are you ready for him?
Well, as ready as I can be. Oh, Ben, I don't have a corner man. I'd be pleased if you'd act as my second.
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Folks paid to see a good fight. Let's give them one. Shake hands. You take him, every newspaper in the country will carry it, and we'll be on our way to the top.
It's all yours, Mace. Now load it on him.
Mace has had some good openings. Why doesn't he throw them? Just wait. He's just waiting for the big one.
He better throw some little ones first.
What's the matter with you? You didn't land one punch.
I'm not going to.
What?
I'm getting $1,000 for staying 5 rounds, not fighting.
You're going to hit him back.
You know better than that, Ben?
He'll hurt you. He'll hurt you bad.
I can take what he hands out. I have to.
I was worried for a minute. He's lost everything. It's all gone. I'll take him out in this round.
Why? I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna chop him up for a while.
Now, you listen to me. He was a great fighter. He's still a lot of man. Don't strip away his dignity.
Look, you take care of things outside the ring. I'll handle him in here.
Defending himself.
Sure is a one-sided affair so far, ain't it?
Mace, listen to me. You gotta stop now.
I can't stop, Ben. 3 more rounds, it'll be a new life for Rita and me.
She isn't here, Mace. She's gone.
What?
I said she's gone. There's no need for you to take any more of this punishment.
Oh, no. Rita loves me, she told me.
She used you, Mace. All you meant to her was stage fare out of here.
Oh, you're just saying that to get me to stop. It's all right. I can last, Ben. Don't worry.
You had your laughs?
Yeah. Now I dump him in your lap.
Stay down, Mace.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Before you leave, there's something I want you to see.
I'm staying right here until the stage leaves.
Woman, you're going to see what you've done. If I have to drag you, you're going to see it. You decide which way it'll be. I hope you enjoyed his doing it for you.
Why doesn't he fight back?
Because 3 years ago, he destroyed a man with his fists. It was legal. He did it in the ring.
Killed him?
No, it would have been better if he had. The man's in a mental institute. He's a vegetable. Mace takes care of him. But he swore he'd never use his fists on another human being.
You could have stopped this, Ben. You could have told him about me.
I told him about you. But he wouldn't believe me. He refused to believe what you really are. So he won't quit. This may destroy him, but like you said, he'll have $1,000 to help him forget.
Seven.
that stage, nobody's gonna stop you.
Is that all he can take? I think we better call it off.
No, nobody stops it, you hear? Nobody.
No more, my darling. Please, no more. It's all over now. It's all over.
It's all right. I can last. It'll be like I promised. I can do it, Rita. I can do it.
Oh, no. We'll find another way. Doesn't matter how long it takes, but we'll find another way. It's all over now. Please. Please, for me. Please.
Welcome back, Rita. Welcome back.
Well, you ought to be home by sundown.
I'm glad that chore's over.
I don't know. There's worse things than a 15-day cattle drive.
What?
16-day cattle drive.
You gotta admit, you do get to thinking and feeling sort of like a steer, don't you?
Yeah, I'm glad you finally admitted it.
Well, here's where I'll leave you fellas.
What? Oh, now, don't tell me you're going to go over and see that Bessie Sue before you even get home.
I promised Mr. Hightower I was going to come by there and take a look at that new bull of his.
I just hope you don't get the two of them mixed up.
No, he couldn't do that. Bessie Sue's the one with the blue eyes.
Just because the gal's a nice arm load.
Nice armful. There aren't 6 men in the territory with that long a reach.
Well, you tell Paul I'll be home later anyhow, you hear?
Right. Good luck. Oh, you know, it's going to be good to get home and get some rest.
Yeah, I almost forgot what soft bed and good food are like. Let's go.
Maybe he ain't home, Teague.
He's home. I spotted some smoke coming out of the chimney when we first got here.
And where there's smoke, there's an old man and his gold, huh? Huh, Teague? Except maybe all them stories about the gold ain't true.
Macy says it's there, all right.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's take him.
Macy's not sure he's alone.
Macy's too bossy. Besides, we ain't gonna find out sitting up here.
And I ain't gonna find out by letting him shoot at me. Go ahead if you want to.
Macy wants to talk to somebody.
Go ahead.
Why me?
Because you got feet like a mountain goat. Go on.
I ain't going unless you do.
All right, you knucklehead. Come on.
What's up, Macy?
Look down yonder.
Oh, where have you been, Billy boy, Billy boy? Oh, where have you been, charming Billy?
You reckon he's coming here?
The trail goes right by the cabin. We better decide what to do real quick.
No sense in asking for trouble. We'll just keep out of sight.
But what if he's come to see the old man?
We're the only company we intend for that old man to have.
Maybe he'll go on by.
But what if he don't?
I'm against taking chances. We'll kill him. Take.
Well, the gin by gin, Billy boy, Billy boy.
Thanks a lot, mister. I'm much obliged.
What for?
Now, wait a minute. You don't think I'm one of them?
Ain't got no reason yet to think otherwise.
Dad burn it, they tried to kill me, too.
Could have been a trick to get you in here.
Now, wait a minute. I ain't got nothing to do with them fellers. I don't know who they are, even. I'm from the Ponderosa. My name's Hoss Cartwright.
Walter. Fella here says he's a Mr. Cartwright. Well, did you see that?
See what?
The way Walter took to you.
He did?
Yes, sir. I never seen anything like the way he took to you. You'll have to excuse Walter for not getting up. He's had a hard day.
Yeah, that's all right.
Make your step to home. I bet you could use a drink.
Yeah, I could, but what are we gonna do about them fellas out there?
Oh, Walter will warn us if they try to start anything. Nothing to worry about, not a thing.
You had a clear shot at him and you missed.
I didn't see neither one of you hitting him when you had the chance.
Wasn't much chance, the way that old man had us pinned down.
I thought you said he was a prospector.
He is.
Sure knows how to handle a gun.
Well, ain't gonna do no good to sit here and fret about it.
Leastways, we know what we're up against now.
Yeah, 2 of them.
And there's supposed to be 3 of us.
You making me out a coward? Yeah!
Get up! What are you two trying to do?
He's saying I'm yellow, Macy.
And I'm saying you're both loony.
This ain't no concern of yours, Macy.
Now, you listen to me. You two want to kill each other, I ain't about to stop it. All I'm asking is you wait till we lift that gold from the old man. Or maybe you 2 knuckleheads don't want that gold.
I can wait.
How'd I know he'll keep his word?
Because he's just as greedy as you are.
Not often I get to share my whiskey. Walter don't drink.
You don't like the taste of whiskey, huh?
Oh, he don't mind the taste. It just seems it don't do much for him. It makes him sleepy.
Look, Mr.
Obie's the name.
Obie, who are them fellers?
Oh, I got no earthly notion.
Well, what are they after? What do they want?
Well, I ain't sure. But my guess is they're figuring on robbing me.
Well, if they're gonna do that, how come they ain't moved in? There's 3 of them, there ain't but 1 of you.
Well, that's what they don't know. The way Walter figured it,
Walter?
Oh, no getting around it. That Walter is clever. It no sooner showed up than Walter figured out he's up to no good, so we'd best lay low.
That's pretty good figuring.
Walter figured he wouldn't jump us before dark. Now they know there's only two of us. My guess is they ain't gonna wait.
Dad, burn it. Bessie Sue ain't gonna never believe this.
Well, sure glad to have you fellas back.
Not half as glad as we are to be back.
How'd things go? Any sign of herd cutters?
Yeah, we had one gang follow us for a little while. We discouraged them.
Oh, good. Well, what about the buy from St. Louis?
He was there, ready to pay the price.
Well.
Things couldn't have gone better.
Good. Where's Hoss?
He won't be along for a little time yet. He decided to stop over at the Hightower place.
Oh, good. I'm glad he did. I've been meaning to drop over myself and see that new bull. If he's anything half as valuable as Jim Hightower says he is, he ought to be something to see.
Yeah, well, I don't think the bull was the reason. I think Hoss is just trying to get a little better look at that Bessie Sue.
Huh? What about it?
He's sweet on her.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Turns red every time we mention her.
Of course, that doesn't mean much with Hoss. He turns red every time we mention any girl.
Well, that's his problem. All I want is some food and a nice soft bed.
Yeah, wait a minute. Look, we got a lot of things to do, and that's why I'm very glad to see you back. There's that fence to be fixed in the north pasture. Still a lot of hay to be hauled, and I want to get started on that new well right away.
What was it you said about getting back for a rest?
Wishful thinking.
Oh, not at all. Why? Supper will be ready in a couple of minutes. Then you won't have a thing to do till sunup.
Oh.
Now, that was a bonehead move.
Obie, we gotta do something.
Walter used to make the same mistake.
Walter play checkers?
Oh, not very good. I could beat him a lot more than I do, but I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Look, Obie, we can't just sit here.
Go ahead, it's your move. You're sure not much of a player, boy.
Well, Dad Bernard, what do you expect with them Jaspers up there in the hills just waiting to pounce down here on us?
I might as well be here playing checkers. It's doing over. Besides, I told you Walter had warned us.
I just don't seem to have as much confidence in Walter as you do.
Oh, why on the earth not?
Well, he don't seem very alert to me.
Well, that's because Walter's deep. Real deep.
Hey, maybe it'd be all right if just one of us stood there at the window, huh?
Well, and hurt Walter's feelings?
How do you know he'd mind?
Well, you got to understand Walter to appreciate how sensitive he is.
I hope he appreciates how sensitive I am to bullets. Your move.
You ready? Yeah. Let's go get him.
Fellers act mighty bound and determined.
Yeah, well, they ain't no more bound and determined than I am, I'll guarantee you.
And they're mighty sly, too. Staying behind them rocks. Can't get a good shot at them.
Sure wish I could figure out what they're after. It ain't ammunition, they got plenty of that. Couldn't be grub, them hills is full of game. Obie, you ain't feuding with nobody, are you?
Me and Walter ain't well enough acquainted with nobody to feud.
How about horses? You got any horses?
Nope.
You run any cattle?
Nope.
Dadgummit, it beats all.
That must be be about supper time. I sure am getting hungry.
I've been trying not to think about it.
There's one thing I'm against, it's being hungry. Me and Walter feel mighty strong on that.
You and Walter and me. But what about them?
Let them get their own grub. Carrying on, shooting.
What are you figuring on doing, holding out a white flag while we eat supper?
It's time to use my surprise.
What are you planning?
I'm gonna make sure I don't go to glory on an empty stomach. You stay here and shoot steady for a minute.
Tarnation was that?
Dynamite. Lucky I cooked this morning. Sure am hungry. Dig in, boy.
Boy, oh boy. He sure do look good.
What's the matter, boy? Might too much spice in the beans? Here. Take some bread. Had me worried there for a minute. You all right now? That choking made me think maybe I put a speck too much seasoning in the beans. Just like we always fix them. Sure good, ain't it? Me and Walter like some flavors. Be careful that coffee, it may be hot. You had a hard day, boy. Don't you worry, you'll get your appetite back. You got to eat, boy. You need your strength. Every bite to get better, don't it?
I went through the whole Mexican War, and I never got hurt like this. When I get through with them two fellas, they're gonna wish they'd killed me outright.
My head feels like one of them rocks with a bad crack in it.
Hurry up with the grub.
Well, you'll wait or you'll eat it raw.
Don't you two ever stop jawing at each other?
Well, what does he expect me to do? Magic?
It don't take magic to rustle up little grub.
How'd you like a little poison in yours?
Believe me, in your cooking it wouldn't taste no different. Oh, quit low-rating him. Oh, let him... I said shut up!
I reckon it's done.
I think that we might as well forget this job.
We could have robbed the biggest bank in the West with a whole lot less trouble.
Yeah. But I don't like quitting on it. I don't need it. I sure ain't eager for any more surprises like that rock shower we had.
Hey, you don't suppose he's got any more of that dynamite buried around here, do you?
I don't know. And right now, I don't feel too anxious to find out.
Ain't that the truth? Old Coot, that loony ain't likely to have much gold anyways.
We're not only gonna get that gold, we're gonna pay him back for these bruises they gave us. I'll take the first watch. See if they don't slip out in the dark.
you do that for?
Cover up them windows so we can have some light. Play a little checkers.
Obie, we can't play checkers. We gotta keep guard every minute.
You're forgetting Walter.
Let me ask you something. A lot of people use this trail by here?
Oh, it's pretty well traveled.
Yeah? When was the last time somebody came by?
Well, it's real recent, not more than 2 or 3 months ago. You want the red or the black?
I gotta figure out some way to get out of here alive.
Shh.
What's the matter?
You'll upset Walter.
How am I gonna upset Walter?
Talking about getting killed.
We talked about it all afternoon.
I know, but Walter figured you're joking. You keep on talking about it and he'll think you're serious.
I am serious. What's all the big secret? What does Walter think all that shooting was about, anyhow?
Well, he figures we're about to get robbed.
They gotta kill us to rob us, ain't they? Shh. What's the matter now?
I told you talking about killing upsets Walter.
Well, he can't hear me.
I know, but he reads lips.
I'll take the black.
I don't see no sense in waiting around here till morning.
You heard what Macy said.
It ought to be a lot easier to sneak up in that cabin at night.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go down there and take a little closer look.
I don't trust you. I'll go with you.
You got the makings of a real player, boy. Just got to pay closer attention.
How am I supposed to pay attention when I'm worried sick?
I never saw a young boy fret so. You stay around Walter more and you'll have faith. Walter's got a little plan.
See anything?
See anything? What do I look like, an owl? Shut up and follow me.
Hey, what was that?
Wild animal trap. Thought Walter's clear out of his head when he wanted to build that.
Now, why didn't you watch where you were going?
You pushed me.
I never did. I didn't touch you. What was that for?
That was for that gal in Wichita. When I bought all the drinks and you danced with her.
That was 5 years ago.
I don't care. I still don't like it.
She was no good anyway.
I still don't like it.
5 years. 5 years. 5 years.
How many times I gotta tell you lunkheads this robbery is serious business?
Yeah.
Dad burn it. Wonder what they're so all-fired anxious to get.
Gold.
Gold?
Me and Walter's prospectors.
You ain't never struck no pay dirt, have you?
We struck a nice little vein a while back.
You keep it in this cabin?
Well, that's a fool question. Now, where else would I keep it?
Where's it at?
Well, right here's a little poke here, steady in the table leg. Walter likes to rest his head on some. Some up there on the shelf, a few more there in the wood box.
Obie, how much of the stuff you got?
Well, now, me and Walter ain't reckoning it up lately, but I'd say offhand about 25 or 30,000.
Oh, no.
Whatever's the matter?
Obie, don't you understand? Them fellas are going to stay out there till they get their hands on this gold, no matter what.
Well, maybe they will. But sometimes plans don't always work out.
Well, that's fine, but what are we going to do?
I'll tell you. You take the red for a while, and I'll take the black.
Wake up. No. Obie, what's the matter?
Walter woke me. There's somebody right outside. I got him.
What got him?
Bear trap. Had some old bear traps I was going to throw away, and Walter wouldn't let me. So planted about 5 of them under the cabin, just in case some smarty bitches got the idea to burn us out.
Walter thought of that?
Yeah. Ain't he a caution?
Wake up! Macy's gone. What do you mean, gone?
He ain't here, stupid. Bet he figured out how to get that gold himself.
His horse and things are still here.
Of course. Macy's smart. He thinks that's gonna stop us from following him.
Oh, he does he? Well, he ain't gonna get away with it. Let's go.
Go ahead, you first.
No. You first.
No, I ain't gonna argue with you.
And I ain't gonna have you following me in the dark with a rifle pointing at my back.
Well, you...
What's the matter with you two, knuckle? Cut it out! I leave you two birds
bird brains alone for a minute. Get this bear trap off of me.
Mason, we thought you went off on us.
Yeah, we figured you were sticking the old man's goal for yourself. So you gotta get sore at me and decide to fight yourself.
No, it's just that Willard here didn't have the brains enough to understand something.
I ain't got no brains. It's you that couldn't outsmart a chicken.
out, will ya? Jeez, Mason, how'd you get tangled up in this thing?
Figured I'd start a fire and smoke him out. With a bear trap?
Oh. Hey, you help him with that, Willard.
I tell you, one of them fellas down there, either that big one or the old man, got an evil mind. I swear, I don't care about that gold anymore. I'm gonna kill him. So help me, I'm gonna kill him. A mind like that shouldn't be allowed to live. Easy, easy, easy.
Yeah, you know Hoss didn't come home last night?
Yeah, I looked in his room.
Well, Pa's gonna have his high when he finds out he didn't spend the night in the house.
Maybe if we don't tell him, he won't find out.
Yeah, we better get over to Hightower's place and get him back here quick. Must be some bull, huh?
I think we better take a closer look at Bessie Sue.
You take a closer look. I can tell she's a girl from way over here just by the way she wears her clothes.
Oh, very good.
Well, good morning, gentlemen. How is everybody this morning?
Fine, Pa.
Good. Say, do you know Hoss didn't sleep here last night?
Well, how do you know that?
Well, I walked into his room, and the bed hadn't been slept in.
Well, that must be it, then.
Yeah, we were thinking about riding over to the Hightowers and check on him.
Good. Now, I know he has a good reason for not coming in last night, but still, mightn't do any harm to check. I'm riding into town. Why don't you meet me there after you do? Oh, and give my very best regards to Jim and to Bessie Sue.
You know, he wasn't even mad at Hoss?
I think he has more faith in him than we do.
Man, what do you mean?
Well, how would you like to have Bessie Sue as a sister-in-law?
Come on, will you? Hoss wouldn't do that to us. Would he?
He would.
What do you think you're doing?
I was just gonna shoot him in the eye.
Yeah? Which one?
The left one. I don't know which is more dangerous, you or them fellas in the
Why
cabin.
don't you shut up? Let's see what these fellas are gonna do.
Must have dropped off.
He's sleeping real sound.
How long's it been daylight?
Quite a spell.
Obie, you should have woke me up.
Well, you plumb tuckered out.
Yeah, but it ain't fair for you to have to do all the watching.
Me and Walter's proud to do it. In fact, Walter's got a high opinion of the way you've been handling this ruckus. And I got to say that I agree with you.
Anything new?
Well, Walter woke up with a little headache.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Walter woke up with a headache?
Well, he feels fine now. Walter's got a wonderful constitution. Of course, he's always taking real good care of himself.
Yeah, well, that always helps. Hey, Obie. Obie. You reckon them polecats are still out there?
Well, more than likely.
Dad, burn it, I wish I could figure out some way to get us out of here without going right by them. Hey, Obie, what happened if we busted out some of these boards and went out the back way?
Wouldn't do any good right up against a mountain. That's why me and Walter built it like that, so nobody could sneak up behind us.
Hey, what about a tunnel? What if we dug a tunnel?
Ground's like rock. Come to think of it, it's pretty near all rock.
Dad, burn it, Obie, we gotta do something.
Well, I don't know what it might be. But there's no use to worry now. You can see Walter ain't worrying. He's playing.
He's playing? What's he playing? Dead?
No, he hardly ever plays dead unless he's real tired. He's playing he's paralyzed.
Oh.
How about some breakfast?
Yeah, I'm starving to death.
I think you would be after that little dab of supper last night. Sit down.
Beans?
Yeah, and plenty of them. I generally cook up a batch to last a week. But there's just us, by golly, we can have some good eating 3 or 4 days.
Obie, is beans all you ever eat?
Well, we have a little fish and game now and then. But me and Walter figure as long as we don't have to answer to nobody for what we eat, we might as well have what we like.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
I declare, boy, as finicky as you are about eating, I don't see how you ever got to be your size.
Now, what'd you do that for? We don't need a fire.
Well, you know some other way to get hot coffee?
We ain't gonna have no hot coffee, so forget it for a while. I got an idea.
I'm listening.
All right. We ain't had any luck getting any ways near close to that cabin, have we?
Not so far.
Well, we ain't likely to as long as we keep putting up an open fight. Somebody down there seems to know where we are before we get there.
Ain't that the truth?
We're gonna try a new tack. We're gonna give up.
Give up? Give up?
Well, leastwise, that's what we're gonna make them think.
I don't know, Macy. Why don't we just rush them and get it over with?
Depends on what you want to get over, Tig. I don't know anybody yet that's had any luck rushing a bullet.
Maybe Tig here figures he's the one to do it.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Half share instead of a third.
There wouldn't be nobody would have to force it on me.
What's your plan?
Well, I figure we don't do nothing. We stay right here as long as we don't light any fires or make any noise.
Then what?
Well, sooner or later, they're bound to step out of that cabin, and when they do...
Yeah. It'll be as easy as picking off buffalo. Huh?
Okay, Macy. On one condition.
What?
You and me do the shooting.
All right.
Boy, you're getting better every time.
God darn it.
See anything?
Not a thing. I can't figure it, Obie. I never figured them to give up, and I ain't seen a fire or nothing out there all morning.
Well, they ain't giving up.
Well, how come they ain't shot at us?
Well, like I said, Walter figured.
Ain't you ever known Walter to be wrong?
Well, not that I recollect offhand.
If he's so dang good at figuring, how come he ain't figured out some way to get us out of here?
Well, Walter don't claim to know everything.
Wouldn't be in this jam in the first place if you and Walter if you'd put that money in the bank where it belongs.
Well, you could be right about that. It's your move.
Obie, how can you just sit there doing nothing?
Doing nothing? I'm doing 2 things. I'm keeping my mind on this game and keeping it off of everything else.
The least we can do is get ready for the attack when it does come. Let's get the rest of the ammunition out.
What ammunition?
The rest of the ammunition. Let's get it all out.
It is all out.
All out? You mean there ain't no more?
Well, we didn't figure we needed any more. Me and Walter don't hold to violence. No, sir. There's a lot to be said against it. It's your move, son.
Bessie soup.
Oh, howdy, boys. It's good to see you.
Howdy, Bessie. Well, that looks like a pretty heavy timber.
On this little bitty thing, can toss them around all day long.
They told us up at the house we'd find you here. Do you know where Hoss is?
That's what I'd like to know.
Wasn't it your place last night?
Well, I ain't seen hide nor hair of him, and we were supposed to make plans for the dance Saturday night. I've got a good mind to go with somebody else. Serve him right.
I'm taking Jenny.
Mary Ann.
I understand, boys. That's the trouble with being so popular. The timid ones never speak up for fear you're already spoke for.
Yes, that's true.
Did you say Hoss was coming to see me last night?
Well, we don't know. Was it either you or the bull?
The what?
What he means to say is that Hoss is the shy one.
You don't suppose that big moose could be double-dealing me with that little old Cindy Larson in town?
No. Oh, not that little old thing.
Oh, of course not. But we got to keep looking for him, so we'll see you later.
You tell Hoss when you see him that I'm expecting him to take me to the dance. And if he don't show up on time, I'm gonna skin him with a dull knife.
Yes, ma'am. We'll tell him.
Well, see you at the dance.
Suppose she's right about Cindy Larson.
Yeah, Cindy ain't half the girl Bessie Sue is.
Now, what girl is? Listen, we got to stop in town to see Pa anyway. Why don't we check by Cindy and ask if she's seen him?
If she has, and Bessie Sue finds out about it, Hoss ain't gonna be in shape to dance for a month.
How about a drink?
No, thanks.
Might pass the time a little.
Don't think it'd help much.
Can't hurt. Opposed to whiskey of a morning?
No, it ain't that.
Does your wife object to drinking?
I ain't got a wife.
You ain't feeling up to snuff, are you?
I feel fine. You go ahead and have one if you want it.
Oh, I don't take any pleasure drinking alone.
All right, I'll have one with you then.
Of course, there's ways to fool a wife. I knew a fellow once. He's a regular devil. Drank hard liquor every day. He's always careful to chew on a clove. His wife thought he just had a fondness for cloves.
Well, here's luck.
Me and Walter will go along with that.
It's your move.
Surprised a nice boy like you ain't got a wife.
You ain't got a wife.
I know. Don't need one. I got Walter.
Yeah, he's a real lively companion, he is.
Ain't he, though?
Dadgummit, Obie, I can't stand another minute of this.
Why, whatever's the matter, boy?
I can't just sit here and wait for them fellas to come down here and pounce on us whenever they get ready. I gotta do something.
Well, you think of something, we'll both do it.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna bust out of this back wall. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, I told you can't go anywhere, smack up against a mountain like that.
Yeah, but if we can make them think there's a place to go and they think we've gone, then they gotta come in here to find out which way we went, ain't they?
Well, sounds likely.
Only we're gonna be waiting right here for them. Get over behind that door. Come on. What are you doing?
Them fellas been so anxious to get close to this goal, I mean to oblige them. All right, we're pulling out. You're welcome to the place.
What do you reckon that meant?
You reckon it'll work?
Already did.
How can you tell? I don't hear nothing.
Look at Walter. He ain't been this excited since he was a puppy.
Well, I'll be dead bird. He's opened his eyes.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
The door's wide open. They're gone. Gone? Where could they go?
This is mining country. That shack could have been built over an old tunnel.
Yeah, it could also be some kind of a trap again. Don't you forget, one of them fellas in there's got a real evil mind.
What if he has? I'm getting tired of sitting around here. What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
What are we gonna do?
All right. It's against my better judgment, but let's go take a chance.
Ginger, ain't had so much fun in 30 years. Looks like Walter enjoyed it, too.
Yeah? Look at him. Nerves of steel, ain't he? So I want to press charges against these fellows, Sheriff.
What kind of charges?
Robbery.
Robbery? What'd they steal?
They stole Obie's gold, that's what.
What gold?
Yeah. What gold?
Haas, they don't seem to have any gold.
Yeah, well, maybe they didn't steal it, but they jumped us and tried to kill us.
They did?
They sure did. They gave old Obie and Walter and me a real bad time.
They did?
Oh, Sheriff, you got eyes. Now, I ask you, who do you figure tried to kill who?
Oh, Sheriff. Sheriff, you got the makings of a good player, boy. You just gotta pay closer attention, that's all.
Boss?
Oh, hi, Paul.
Well, Sheriff told us to find you in here. He says he's holding you and some strangers till he gets to the bottom of this. Son, the bottom of what?
Now, it's a long story, Paul. Ain't nothing to worry about, though.
Now, well, you better start worrying. You're gonna be a lot of trouble if you're not out in time to take Bessie Sue to that dance Saturday night.
She said something about skinning you with a dull knife.
Ain't nothing to fret about, Hoss.
Oh, it ain't?
That's right. Obie's right. Old Walter will think of something.
Walter?
Something's at the horses. You best stay inside. Might be a cougar.
What's the matter, Ma?
Pa's hurt. He's bad hurt. You'd best hitch up the wagon. We'll take him over to the Cartwrights.
And this man, Mrs. Breckenridge, were you able to see what he looked like? Was he a big man or a small man?
I couldn't tell. It was awful dark. All I seen was him stealing a horse out of the corral.
Jenny.
Hoss will be here with the doctor right away.
Who'd want to shoot Pa? Just for a horse.
Who knows what makes people do what they do, Toby?
That ain't right.
Of course it isn't, Toby. As soon as it's daylight, we'll track him down.
Howdy, Judd.
Howdy.
Judd.
Howdy, Mr. Cartwright. I seen a bunch of you from up at the line camp. It looked like you was hunting something.
Some horse thief broke into the Breckenridge place last night, Judd. Shot Saul Breckenridge. He died a little while ago.
Yeah, his trail was pretty clear right up to Owl Creek. That's where we lost him.
Judd, you get a pretty good view of the canyon from up in the line shack. Guess you didn't see anybody riding through, did you?
Just a bunch of you.
You know what I think? I think this horse thief's gonna be running scared. He ain't gonna be hanging around for nobody to catch up with him. I figure he'll keep moving.
Maybe you're right. Adam should have got word to the sheriff by now. We better be heading back. When are you due in from riding line?
Tomorrow night? Tell Amelia I'll be home in time for supper. Unless I get way off someplace chasing strays.
Yeah, all right. Keep your eye peeled for any sign of a trail or sign of a camp. And if you come across a stranger who can't account for himself, you bring him in.
Sure thing, Mr. Cartwright.
That horse that was stolen. It was a big black Breckenridge brand, Bar B.
Hold your hands. Get off your horse.
Homer! How are you, Pa?
I never thought we'd find you, son. We sure been looking for you. It's good to see you, son.
Good to see you, too, Pa.
Oh, Rube will be glad to see you, too.
We were camped off a ways.
Come on.
Rube! Look who's here!
Well, if it ain't my ever-loving brother.
I told you we'd find him, Rube. I kept telling you.
Where'd you get that horse?
Now, Homer, Rube had to have a horse. His own plum found it out.
He killed a man to get it.
What did you do? Now, didn't I tell you and tell you not to stir up that kind of trouble?
Now, don't you hit me, Pa. I'm warning you, Pa. We need that horsepower. Now you know that.
He'll get us hanged. I'm turning him loose.
Now, wait up, Pa. Somebody finds her, he's liable to backtrack straight to this camp.
What are we gonna do, Homer?
Don't ask me, Pa.
You always could figure ways, Homer. We waited and waited for you, son. When you was due to get out of prison, you never showed up.
You run out on us.
We needed your help, son. Trailed you all the way to Kansas. Heard you'd married up with some gal. After that, we lost you.
Heard you change your name, too. Now, what'd you go and do a thing like that for, Homer? Ain't being at Barnes good enough for you? Do you think my wife would have married me if she knew who I was?
You hear that, Pa? His wife doesn't even know who he is.
Oh, when you gonna tell her, Homer?
Here now! Hold on there!
Well, that's all the food we got in the world. What did you go and do that for?
There's a posse out looking for Rube. All they need to do is to see the smoke.
What are we gonna do, Homer?
Stay put, right where you are. Don't move around, and don't light any fires. I'll be back as soon as I figure something.
Thanks, Homer.
Don't get no ideas about turning me in. They catch me, I'll claim you steered me to that horse, and they'll string you up, too.
John, I didn't expect you so soon.
I had to get some supplies. I've got to go right out again after supper.
Oh, Judd, why? You've been out on the line 2 days.
Mr. Cartwright wants me to keep an eye out for the man who killed Saul Breckenridge.
Judd, that man's a murderer. Suppose you do find him. I don't like the idea of you being out there alone.
I can take care of myself.
Of course you can. It's just that... Well, if anything happened, I don't know what I'd do.
Don't you worry, Amelia. I'm going to be all right.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Don't think I'm going to sit here freezing to death with an empty belly. Least we can do is get warm.
Somebody's coming. Maybe it's Homer.
What if it ain't?
Hey, you sure come back quick, son.
I brought you some grub, Pa. All I can spare.
Thanks, son. We're sure hungry.
And after we eat it, what are we going to do then? Well, about all I can do is take the horse and turn it loose near the Breckenridge place. Oh, well, that's real brotherly of you.
We don't know this country. Where'll we go, son?
Head up into the high country around Mono. You'll come to a place called, Dead Lake. Nobody ever goes there. You can hold up there for a while. And go on living like this? With dirt in our grub and sleeping on rocks? With you bedded down with a wife in a feather bed? We don't want any more of your lousy grub, and we don't want any more of you.
And after we hole up there for a while, what do we do then?
I don't know, Pa.
We need you, Homer. Look at me. I'm getting old, son. Rube here, he don't listen to me no more. He just bats his head against everything I say. Goes off on his own, not paying me no mind.
I've got to go my own way, Pa. Now, you'd best break camp and clear out of here as soon as you can.
All right.
So long, Pa. Rube, stay out of this, Pa. Don't you see what he's doing? He's saving his own neck. Sending us up in the hills with nothing but a pinch of grub. How long do you think we're gonna last with no money and a couple of broken-down horses?
That's the truth. Well, we don't want to be no burden, Homer. We're stone broke.
Sending us a lousy sack of grub. Amelia and me got a little money saved up toward buying a place of our own. How much? Oh, I don't know. She keeps it in a bowl. Maybe $150? That'd get us a far piece away from you, Homer. You think it's worth it? I'll get the money and be back in a couple of hours.
Oh, we'll pay you back, Homer. Just as soon as we're able.
Hold on. How do we know for sure you'll come back? You'll have to take my word for it.
You got something figured, Rube?
Sure. The only difference between Homer and me is he's clean and his belly's full. Well, I'm dirty and my belly's empty. Say we'll fix one. And the other don't show. You couldn't get away with it. You don't think so?
When you stand up like Homer, I bet even his wife couldn't tell you apart.
Sure, Pa. We're twins, ain't we? Me and Homer's gonna change places, Pa. He's gonna tell me where the money is, and I'm gonna go and get it. Don't listen to him, Pa.
By gum, I think you could do it, Rube.
Sure.
And you get rid of that horse while you're at it.
He's a good horse, Pa. We need it.
You can get us hung. Well, you can do like I tell you.
All right, Pa. He can't get away with it, Pa.
Well, he's got to try, Homer. Turning against us the way you have, he don't trust you. Ain't nothing else he can do. You get out of them clothes, son.
You do like your pa says, Homer.
Howdy, Judd. What are you doing out here wandering around in the middle of the night?
Just bringing in a horse.
It's Breckenridge's horse. Where'd you find it?
Found him stray up in the hills.
A man killed Saul Breckenridge stealing that horse.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I heard about that.
You find any trace the man stole it?
No, just the horse wandering around.
Well, there ought to be some tracks up there we can follow. Mind taking us back up?
Sheriff, it's been a long, hard day. I'm tired, I'm hungry. I'd like to go home.
Judd, a man's been murdered. Now we gotta do whatever we can to find out who killed him.
Well, it seems to me that that's your problem, Deputy.
Are you refusing to take me back up where you found that horse?
Deputy, I'm plumb tuckered out. I'd like to go home.
I'm asking you one more time. Are you refusing?
Yes.
Then you better come on back into town with us.
Now, wait a minute, Deputy. You got no right to...
This gives me the right. Stop your arguing and come along.
I guess I got no choice.
You made your choice.
Homer? Where was you going, Homer?
I'm going home, Pa. Rope should have been back hours ago. If he's harmed Amelia...
Oh, stop fretting, Homer. You know your brother Rube would give your wife the same regard he'd give his sister. Likely he got her to fix him some hot food. He was mighty hungry, poor boy. Now, son. Now, you know I can't let you go, son. You just go to that Mr. Cartwright you work for and start shooting off your mouth. And then where'd we be? We'd all be in trouble. You just settle down, boy. We'll be back in good time. I'm sorry, son. I always seem to be caught between the two of you.
Mr. Cartwright.
What is it, Toby? What are you so excited about?
They caught the man who killed my pa.
Hold on.
The sheriff's got him locked up in
Toby,
jail.
whoa, now wait a minute. Take a deep breath and start all over again.
They got the man who killed my pa.
They caught him?
Yeah, Mr. Cartwright. They found him with pa's horse.
Good.
It's Judd Lawley.
Judd? It can't be. He just got in from riding line last night.
They said it was him, all right.
We better get in town and see the sheriff right away.
Yeah, we better do that.
Listen, I want to stop off at Amelia's place on the way, see if she knows anything.
All right, I'll meet you there. Toby, you better get along home now. Your mom must be needing you.
What about Judd Lawley, Mr. Cartwright? What will happen to him?
He'll be all right. Now, there must be some mistake. Now, get along home. Come on. Hey.
Morning, little Joe.
Morning, Amelia.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Huh? No, thanks. I haven't got the time. Hey, look at this place. You fix it up so nice, I don't even recognize it.
Thanks. Judd and I've worked real hard.
You're pretty fond of that guy, aren't you?
Yes. He's mighty handy, too. Bought me the material for these drapes.
Listen, where is Judd? I thought he came in last night.
He did, but he went out again right after supper. Said something about your pa, asking him to look for that man who killed Saul Breckenridge. What is it, little Joe? Is something wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong. Just want to talk to Judd, that's all.
Joseph!
I better be on my way.
I'll tell Judd when he comes in that you were looking for him.
Okay, you do that. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She hasn't heard anything about it.
Clem, this is what you hold from Judd.
I was just about to send you a message, Ben. We found him with the Breckenridge horse last night.
Well, what's wrong with that? I told him to keep an eye out for that horse.
The boy acted sort of peculiar.
Oh, what's peculiar? What do you mean peculiar?
I wanted him to take me back up there where he found the horse, and he refused.
Why did he refuse?
Well, he said he was tired. Wanted to go home.
Doesn't sound like Judd.
Another thing, he won't answer one question. Just sits there.
Mind if we talk to him?
No, go ahead. You're his boss. Maybe you can get something out of him. I sure can't.
Judd? Now, look. You work at the Cartwright Rancher, don't you? Why did you send for us if you needed help?
Well, the deputy was giving me a hard time.
Why did you take him to where you found the horse?
It was late. I was tired.
Come on, Judd. You should have done what he asked anyway. That's not like you.
Well, what do you think I should have done? Stayed up in them hills all night?
Now, wait a minute. There's no need for anybody to get huffy. Clem, what would it take to get this young fella out of here?
Just some civil answers to some questions, that's all. Like where he came from before he went to work for you.
There's no harm in that, is there?
Well, I've been around.
You know, what's gotten into you, Judd? You know you were working in Larkspur, Kansas when you married Amelia. Now answer his questions.
Sure. I've been a lot of places.
Larkspur's fine with me. You mind if I wire him for some information?
Well, what's the point in that?
A man's dead. I plan to do everything I can to find out who killed him.
Judd's one of my top hands, and I've known his wife since she was a little girl. They're planning to buy a ranch of their own. Now, why would he spoil everything by stealing a horse or killing a man?
I'm not accusing him, Ben. I just don't like it when a man refuses to answer questions. Makes me think that maybe he's got something to hide.
Clem, Judd's tired. He's worn out. He's been riding live for 2 days and 2 nights. Why don't you let him go home and get cleaned up and get a little rest?
All right, Ben, take him with you, but I want him where I can put my hands on him when I hear from Larkspur. You understand?
I understand. He'll be where you can put your hands on him, all right? Come on, Judd, let's go.
Jails make me nervous. I sure could use a drink.
Yeah. Now, we'll get you one.
Thanks, Barney.
Judd, don't you think you should be getting home? Amelia will be worried.
And just because I didn't tell her about your being in jail doesn't mean somebody else might not.
Well, maybe she ought to get used to a little trouble.
Judd, did I hear you right?
You heard me right.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Joseph, what kind of trouble you talking about?
Well, wait till the sheriff gets that word back from Larkspur.
You worried about that, Judd?
Ever hear of the Barnes family? Luke Barnes and his 4 sons?
Everybody's heard of them.
I'm one of them. Two of my brothers, Cy and Ed, they were hanged. Me, I spent 4 years in jail for hitting a drunk. When I got out, I changed my name from Homer Barnes to Judd Lully.
I take it Amelia doesn't know anything about this. What, you spent 4 years in jail for something like that? You paid your debt?
When you're a Barnes, you're always in debt.
Oh, I don't go along with that, Judd. I don't think Amelia would either.
I know she wouldn't. She loves you, Judd. She'd understand just the way we understand.
Judd, no matter what answer the sheriff gets, don't you think that Amelia should know who you really are?
Ben. I'm glad to see you. Saves me a trip out to the Ponderosa.
Now, Ralph?
I just got word your stallions arrived at the Carson City railhead.
Oh, well, that's good news. I'll have them picked up.
The sooner the better, Ben. A $5,000 animal is too valuable to be cared for by corral hands.
Well, I go along with you there. I'll have them picked up right away. Oh, Ralph, thank you very much for your help.
All right.
$5,000. Well, that's a lot of money for just a horse.
Just a horse? You know about the Arabian stallion we've been talking about?
Yeah. I just didn't know it was worth all that much.
That stallion really should be picked up right away. Now, Joe, why don't you ride over to Carson City? And Judd, why don't you go along with him? I'll give you a little time to think about what I said.
Mr. Cartwright, you've got a deal. I'd like to see a horse worth that kind of money.
Let's get started.
Judd, tell Amelia not to worry about food. Just pack a bedroll. I'll have Hop Sink prepare enough food for both of you.
Yeah, and don't take too long saying goodbye to Amelia. I'd like to try to make Carson City by tonight.
Judd! Oh. What's wrong?
Well, nothing. I'm in a hurry. Little Joe's outside waiting for me. We're gonna pick up a horse in Carson City.
Pick up a horse in Carson City? Judd, you've been gone for days, riding line. Can't they find anybody else? I don't want you to go.
Well, I can't help it. Mr. Cartwright asked me to do it. Now, go and get me a shirt and my bedroll. Thanks. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Judd! You were going to go without even kissing me.
The sun's about ready to go down, Pa. I've waited long enough. Something's happened to Rube.
You think so, son?
Well, he's been gone almost 24 hours. They've either caught him or he's hiding somewhere. I'm going in. Pull the trigger if you want to, Pa. I've got to find out if Amelia's all right.
Hold up, son. I'm coming with you.
All right, Pa. Maybe it's time I faced up to who I really am.
Who is it?
It's me, Amelia.
Judd? Judd, you scared me. I didn't know who it was. What are you doing back so soon?
So soon.
Who's that man?
Amelia? There's something I should have told you about a long time ago. This is my pa.
Your pa?
Howdy, daughter.
Hello.
Well, that's a mighty pretty little woman you got there, Homer.
Homer? Judd, what's he saying?
Homer here is ashamed of his paw. So he went and changed his name.
Amelia. That's my real name. Homer. Homer Barnes.
Barnes?
Barnes.
But they're...
Yeah. Horse thieves, ex-convicts, murderers.
No. Daughter, Homer here just makes things sound a whole lot worse than they are. Us Barneses ain't as bad as all that.
You killed Saul Breckenridge.
No, that was Rube. He's my other boy. He always was one to act before he thinks. Ain't that right, Homer?
Amelia, I'm sorry. I should have told you who I was. I figured when I got out of prison, maybe I could start fresh. Should have known I could never get rid of the stink of being a Barnes. Well, now you know you could go back to Kansas. Maybe back there they won't know you married one of us.
No, Judd, no. I love you. I don't care what you were. You're my husband now.
I swear, I never can figure how you and Rube, twins, can be so unlike.
Twins?
Yes, me and Rube. He took my clothes. He was coming down here last night to get that money we've been saving up.
Your twin brother. Then it was him who went to Carson City with little Joe to pick up that horse.
You mean that Arabian stallion? That horse is worth a lot of money. Rube's liable to kill little Joe for it.
Judd!
Homer! Where do you think you're going, Homer?
I'm going to tell Mr. Cartwright. We have to catch him before something happens.
Now, why do you think that, Homer?
You know Rube. You know how he is.
That Rube. He always was a fool about horses. Homer! I can't let you go, Homer. I don't want to shoot, but I will if I have to. Don't make me shoot, son.
Judd, don't do it, please. I don't want anything to happen to you. Little Joe can take care of himself.
That's better. I was afraid there for a minute I was going to have to hurt you, son. We'll just sit down here and wait for Rube to get back. And while we're waiting, maybe you could fix me something to eat, daughter. I'm awful hungry. I've been mighty hungry for a long time now.
All right, go ahead, Amelia.
You sure got it lucky, son. Pretty little wife, cozy little house, plenty to eat. Yeah. I sure hope nothing spoils it for you.
Twins?
The whole family's bad. The two older brothers were hanged, Ben.
Oh, Clem, you're not going to condemn a man just because he comes from a bad family.
Ben, Breckenridge is dead. Now, I caught this Judd, Homer Barnes, with his horse. After that telegraph, I'm not satisfied he found the horse astray. I want to question him.
All right, when he gets back from Carson City with little Joe, you can question him all you want to.
Well, I wish I was as sure as you are that he's all right.
Oh, you know his wife? Wouldn't be the first time a good woman has changed a man.
Does she know who he is?
No.
We're sure going to find out. The whole town knows about this telegraph.
I better get over there before somebody else does.
Amelia?
Answer it, daughter.
Amelia?
Oh, Amelia. Amelia, I've come here to say something to you. Guess somebody's already been here. What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter, Mr. Cartwright. Homer here's just entertaining his paw. Now, you'd oblige me. You'd put that gun on the table.
I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Cartwright.
It's all right, Judd.
I keep telling you, his name's Homer.
I know. Twin to your other son. The one who's with little Joe. He killed Saul Breckenridge, too, didn't he?
That's right.
Oh, now, don't you worry none about your boy. Rube ain't gonna hurt him none. That is, if he does like he's told. How many sons you got, Mr. Cartwright?
3.
I got 4. One up on you.
You're forgetting 2 of them were hanged, aren't you?
Yeah. Ed and Si. Poor souls.
Rube killed Breckenridge.
He might hang for that someday. Poor boy. And if something was to happen to Homer here... oh, well, I ain't saying it will, daughter. I was just supposing. Then I'd have no sons at all. I'd be all alone. Wouldn't that be a sad thing? Glad you wasn't hit. I wouldn't want to grieve your sons, but you should be more careful, Mr. Cartwright. I sure hope your boy don't try nothing like that with Rube. He ain't as kindly as me.
Well, I don't know why I go along with you on this steady riding. Sure all fired anxious to get home in a hurry.
I sure am. So let's hurry and get this food down, huh?
Ugh. Sure doesn't taste like Amelia's cooking, does it? You're a pretty lucky fella. You got some gal there. The way she fixed up that cabin with curtains and everything.
Yeah, women. They're always fussing over silly things.
What do you mean, silly things? You picked the material for the curtains, didn't you?
You funning me?
No, I'm not funning you. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, picking curtain material.
I'm a man. I don't bother with women's things. That horse sure can run. I wish it was mine. I'd race him. I'd sure earn me a heap of money.
You're a fast horse, all right. Your father doesn't want to race him, though. He's going to use him to breed better line of stock.
Yeah. Well, come on. I told you I want to get back.
It's mighty fine stew, daughter. Now, you reckon you could spare me a little dab more? Well, our sons ought to be showing up soon. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Cartwright?
They ride steady all day, they will.
Rube ain't one to tarry when he thinks Posse might be chasing him. No. Don't you worry none, daughter. Homer ain't gonna get hurt none.
Judd, please be careful.
His name's Homer. I want you to forget you ever knew that Judd Lolly.
Who is this Judd Lolly?
He's an old friend.
Well, he's an all right fellow, I guess. But he's dead. Killed one of the Indian wars.
There's a young man walking the face of this earth who bears his name. I'd say Judd Lolly was more alive than you'll ever be.
I'm saying he's my son, and a Barnes. And Judd Lolly is best forgotten.
Forgotten? The only worthwhile thing a man leaves when he dies are his children. What he was lives on in them. When people look at my sons, I want them to remember me well. How are they going to remember you?
Man's got a hungry belly. He don't care if he's remembered.
That's good. Because when you die, nobody's going to remember you.
All right. He's trying to rile me.
The only son you might have been proud of is ashamed to use your name.
Now, don't you rile me. Now, I'm telling you to stop riling me.
Whose horse is that?
What's the matter with you, Judd? You've been taking care of that horse for 6 months. That's my father's horse.
Looks like the sheriff got his telegraph back from Larkspur. Now throw down your gun. I said throw your gun down.
Boy, have I been stupid. There were just too many things you couldn't remember. You're not Judd Lolly, are you?
Now get off the horse.
All right, get up. All right, into the house.
Drop that gun, boy. Or your pa's dead.
Do as he says, little Joe. He means it.
I should have known, Pa. Should have known he wasn't Judd.
You couldn't know. They're identical twins. Even Amelia didn't know.
Come along, Homer. We're getting out of here.
Did you get the money, Paul? That's what I come back for, to get the money. We need it.
You heard him, Homer. Now you tell the woman to fetch it.
Go and get the money, Amelia.
Judd.
Go and get the money. Stay in the house, Amelia, and don't come out no matter what.
What do you mean by that?
I ain't going with you, Paul.
You ain't coming with me.
He's either with us or he's against us. He can't have it both ways.
No. Rube's wrong, Luke. It's you who can't have it both ways. Now, it's one son or the other. You have to choose.
He either comes with us or I kill him.
I don't want you blood in your hands again, Rube. I'll take care of Homer. Homer, you come along.
I'm staying, Pa.
Homer, I don't want you catching me between you and Rube again. Don't you do it, Homer.
But I have to, Pa. I made my choice when I got out of prison. So you just might as well use that gun, Rube. I'm warning you.
It's strange. I'd shoot Rube instead of Homer. Strange. Why would I go and do a fool thing like that?
Maybe it's because you wanted to be remembered well.
Went through that ravine.
Let's call it off.
What do you mean, call it off? Now we got a chance to get him?
He's in the next county by now. Let's get on home.
Come on, how many more calves you want to lose to that wolf?
You sure don't give up easy, do you?
Come on, let's go.
Thanks. If we rest here for a while, we'll head back. Whether you like it or not, we're not going to get home till tomorrow morning as it is.
I sure wish I could have got him in my sights just once. You know, he doesn't sound too far off.
Well, where are you going?
Just gonna have a look-see. Take it easy.
Joe, I didn't mean it. I didn't see you.
You got him, Adam.
Yeah, I got him. Saw that wolf and just let go. Never stopped to think if you were around anywhere. Now we're gonna get you to Doc Hickman. Virginia City Road, Joe. And there's a rig coming.
Whoa, boy. Whoa. Take a look over there. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful?
Yes, the mountains of Wicklow on a morning in May.
Oh, you and your Ireland. Don't you ever think about anything else? Look. He looks like he's carrying someone.
Must be hurt.
Come on, boy.
Good afternoon.
I need help. My brother's been hurt.
Certainly, certainly.
Help me with it.
Come down here to me.
Watch that left shoulder.
Easy now. Easy. That's it.
Tie my horse in the back, will you? Put him in the back. I wonder if you could get us to the Ponderosa.
By all means.
What happened?
I had an accident.
What kind of an accident?
Got a bullet in him.
He looks like he's been in a terrible fight.
Yeah, wolf.
A wolf?
We're strangers here. This is Ponderosa. Could you tell me how to
Just
get
start driving, will you? I'll give you directions as we go.
Quiet.
Please.
Hey, where you been? What happened to him?
He's hurt.
What happened?
I shot him. I'll explain it to you later. Mr. Reardon and his daughter helped us along the road. Let's get him in the house.
Shot him? Oh, my.
Yeah. Where's Pa?
Don't be there. He's in Placerville. He left this morning.
Should we help them, Daddy?
We can ask.
Tried to get that bullet out, but it's lodged under the bone.
When did this happen, madam?
Late yesterday afternoon at Montpelier Gorge.
You brought him all the way in from Montpelier like this?
Yeah.
Mr. Cartwright, we were wondering if we could be of any help.
Yes, perhaps you can. We've got to get this bullet out, so Miss Reardon, you might boil some water, please. Well, let's go into town and get Doc Hickman. Tell him that apart from being clawed by that wolf, that bullet's in deep. Way down deep. Get him here fast.
I sure will, Adam.
I'm gonna have to get that bullet out with something, so watch him, will you?
Certainly.
I put the water on to boil. I collected these. I don't know which one would be best for you.
Put him down.
Go ahead. Taste it. It might be too weak.
It's very good. Hop Sing couldn't have done better.
Who's Hop Sing?
He's our cook. He's been out on the range with the hands for the last 3 days.
Now go ahead and drink it. It'll make you feel a lot better. And I made some sandwiches. I'll go get them.
Where's Hoss with that doctor?
They'll get here.
I hope so. Why didn't I stop Joe? I should have laid down the law.
Sometimes that's pretty hard to do.
The truth is, I wanted that wolf killed just as much as he did, and I used just about as much common sense as he did. I should have known he'd have been around somewhere.
A man can only do what he thinks is right at the time.
Yeah. Sure. Excuse me.
Aren't you going to have one of these sandwiches?
Well, no, thanks. I better go up and stay with Joe. I'm sorry I haven't even thanked you for what you did for us today.
Oh, we didn't go out of our way at all, Mr. Cartwright. Sheila and I are out here on a holiday. We rented that rig. We were on our way to Virginia City when we met you.
And we'd better get going. It's late.
Oh, yes, my dear, you're right.
Well, no, please stay here. It's dark. It's a very long ride. We have plenty of room. Please stay.
Maybe we should. It is late.
Very well, Mr. Cartwright. We accept, with thanks.
Good.
He's taking it hard, isn't he?
The way he's blaming himself. I shudder to think what'll happen if his brother should die.
Mr. Cartwright? I brought you some coffee. I thought you might like some.
Thanks. Sit down. Won't you tell me about yourself? All I know is that you're out here on a holiday and that your father is very obviously Irish.
That would be hard to cover up, wouldn't it? He came over here steerage from Ireland when he was very young.
Reminds me of a professor I had back in college. Very wonderful man.
Well, Daddy's hardly the professor type. He worked 20 years digging coal in the Pennsylvania mines. When he retired 4 years ago, he was president of the company. Where did you go to college? Back east?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you study?
Architecture.
Architecture? And you came here to live on a ranch?
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder why. What brings you out here?
Oh, I read a lot about it. Heard a lot. The periodicals are very enthusiastic about the West.
Oh, yes, the giant mountains, vast deserts, dazzling sunsets. A matchless paradise under the canopy of stars. I believe that's the way the phrases go, isn't it?
Doctor.
The doctor didn't come?
No, but he'll be here.
Where's the doctor?
Adam, he hadn't been in his office since early this morning.
Well, where is he? Did you see him?
No, but I left a message for him at the Fleming Ranch. Miss Fleming's gonna have a baby. He'll get the message, Adam, and he'll be here, don't worry. I telegraphed Paul what happened to little Joe.
Maybe you should send for another doctor.
There isn't another doctor. There's all the mountains, deserts, sunsets any visitor could possibly want, but there's only one doctor in 100 miles. The periodicals didn't write that for the gullible traveler to read, did they?
How's little Joe?
He'll be all right. You'd better eat something. I'll fix you some coffee.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me go up and see about little Joe first.
I wish I could do something to bring you comfort. All that keeps coming to my mind is that phrase by Thoreau. The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. Think about that, Adam. You'll find you're not alone.
Adam?
Who's with Joe?
Young lady. Thought you told me you were going to try to get some sleep after I relieved you.
Well, I tried, but I couldn't. I was just reading something by Mr. Thoreau. The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What one trusts to be truths turn into compromises. And what is called resignation is confirmed desperation.
Yeah. Pretty sour pill to have to take, ain't it? But I guess it's the truth. Reckon that's why me and books just always were in a different world.
Yeah, books are another world to me now, too.
I know they are, Adam. And I can appreciate what they mean to you. But this out here has always been my world. Smell of fresh pine, silver trout jumping in a mountain stream, old mama bear and her cubs out hunting in the woods, bacon sizzling in a frying pan. Adam, little Joe's gonna be all right. Don't you worry. You ain't got nothing to blame yourself for.
I hope so.
Going upstairs and get some sleep. I'll call you when the doc gets here.
All right.
Whoa. Finally.
Dr. Hickman.
Morning, Adam. Haas?
Doc.
Sorry it took so long.
Yes, let's go.
The message I got said he was also bitten by a wolf.
That's right.
Did you clean the wound out as soon as you could?
As best I could on the trail.
Any sign of rabies in that wolf?
No.
Oh. Easy now. Easy does it. Easy does it. Well, you get the bullet out all right. Those wolf fangs didn't help any.
I know all that. How is he?
I guess I'm out.
I ask you how he was.
He's a pretty sick boy. It's unfortunate I wasn't in town.
Unfortunate.
Hoss, you'll have to go into Virginia City to get this medicine.
Yes, sir, Doc. I'll ride fast.
Keep cold compresses on him. When that medicine gets here, just follow the instructions. I'll try and get back tonight.
Tonight? You mean you're not staying? You're walking out? You're going to leave me here all day?
Mrs. Fleming is going to have a baby in a few hours. I don't know when. And it's going to be a breech birth. Now, you know what that means.
Well, tell me, just how sick is my brother?
All right, I'll tell you, Adam. He's pretty bad off, real bad off. I'm counting on his constitution and that medicine to save him. Maybe a little help from God.
And there's nothing you can do?
Nothing at the moment. But I'll tell you this. If I'm not there, when Maggie Fleming's time comes, both she and her baby are goners. Now you tell me, what should I do?
Please, Adam, try not to be upset.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not upset. After all, we still have those lovely sunsets.
Vince?
Good morning, Hoss.
Morning, Vince. Vince, I got a prescription here from the doc. He wants it filled in a hurry.
I don't know. I don't know. These, chemicals. I'm all out of them, Hoss.
Vince, little Joe's sick. I gotta have that stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hoss. I had this stuff on order. I expected it in from Genoa yesterday, but it didn't arrive.
Vince, I gotta have that stuff. My little brother's sick.
Now, easy, Hoss. I'll get over to the telegraph office and check out the wholesaler in Genoa. Maybe it's on today's stage. Wait here. Hey, sorry you fellas have to wait.
Oh, hurry. Too bad about your brother. What happened to him?
He got wolf bit.
Could be this brother of yours was up to the Montpelier Gorge section. Know where that is?
Yeah, sure I do. As a matter of fact, that's where he was. Him and my other brother, Adam. Name's Cartwright. You fellas from Montpelier?
Cartwright? Yeah. He were trying to build up a little spread there. Been at it for 3 years now.
You'll make it. That's real good country up there.
We found that wolf. He was dead. Also found a horse running around loose up there. He has the same brand we spotted on your critter when you rode in. Come here. You know that pedo over there?
Yeah, that's my little brother's horse. Thank you fellas for bringing him in. I'll be happy to give you a reward.
We wanted to bring him in. We had to find out who panicked a herd of wild horses we just rounded up. Busted through our fences, scattered through our land, stampeded our cattle.
Yeah, I reckon that would have happened when Adam fired at that wolf. I'm sorry. It was an accident.
Seems reckless and inconsiderate to us.
Yeah, I reckon you haven't got a grievance to that. How much you figure it'll cost to fix it up?
Well, since it was a Cartwright done the damage, $1,000.
That's quite a bit. You better talk to my brother Adam out at the Ponderosa. He'll know how much damage he done.
What's that medicine's still in Genoa?
Where in Genoa?
Simon Watson's, the wholesalers.
Give me that.
Hey, look, Hoss, that's a long ride. It's 21 miles to Genoa and 21 miles back.
I got no choice, Vince. Mister, you're going out to Ponderosa. Do me a favor. Will you give this message to my brother Adam? Tell him that I had to go to Genoa to get the medicine for little Joe, and tell him I'll ride fast. Thank you.
Guess we'll just deliver that message.
Any change?
None. The fever's still very high.
How's Adam?
Oh, upset, worried, sick, blaming himself for what happened.
But it wasn't his fault. It was an accident.
Some men are willing to shoulder responsibility when others would shrug it off. Adam's a sensitive man. He feels a deep personal guilt for what happened to his brother.
I know. I've seen the pain and agony on his face. Why does he stay here?
Why? Sure, it's his home.
I know. But I have the feeling that maybe because he is sensitive, that he should be somewhere else. Back east, maybe.
Adam Cartwright here?
Yes. Adam, they're for you.
Where'd you find the pinto?
You Adam Cartwright?
That's right.
My name's Dowd. Me and my friends here got a little spread going up in Montpelier Gorge, where we found your sick brother's horse. You were doing some wild shooting up there a couple of days ago.
Where'd you hear this?
We met your other brother in town. He told us. By the way, he said to tell you he was going to ride up Genoa and get some of that medicine you needed.
Thank you for the message. Well, what can I do for you?
You can pay me for some damage you done. That shooting of yours panicked some wild horses we had penned up, ruined our land, and stampeded some valuable cattle.
How much?
$3,000.
$3,000 for what?
Do I have to itemize?
For $3,000 you do. How many cattle did you lose?
150 head. They're scattered all over the district. You want to round them up?
Well, now, 150 head of cattle at $4 a head's only $600.
$15 a head.
Where, Chicago, Kansas City?
I say they're worth $15 a head to us. Now, that's more than $2,000 right there. And the buildings that got trampled, say, $500-600. I think $3,000 is real conservative, Cartwright.
Well, I think you're about $2,400 over.
That's all right for you to say. You're a rich man. But all we've got to show is 3 years of wasted effort trying to build up a spread that you destroyed.
Well, I'm sorry. But it'll have to wait.
Wait for what?
Until I can get over to your place and take a look at the damage for myself.
Ain't gonna be no waiting, Cartwright. We want that $3,000 right now.
Well, I'm afraid that's the way it's gonna have to be. And I'll give you about 10 seconds to get off my place.
All right, Cartwright. We'll go. But you'll pay.
Oh, Adam, you mustn't let those men upset you. The East is full of the likes of them. People looking for an easy dollar.
Please, Mr. Reardon, I'm in no mood.
I'm sorry, son. I meant no harm. The trouble is, if you're Irish, how can you not interfere with other people's affairs?
I'm sorry about your father.
I'm sure he understands. With one thing piling on top of the other. Them having to go all the way to another town for some more medicine. And those terrible men. Adam, how do you stand this horrible country? You're a man that belongs in the East.
Sometimes I wonder. But I thought you liked it here.
I hate it. I've hated it from the moment I saw it. There's a little town right outside of Denver. Our coach pulled up there one night. You know what we saw? A man hanging from a tree. His tongue hanging out. He had stolen 4 head of cattle. That's what they said to us.
Why did you come?
Because of my father.
Oh, I see. He wanted to come out here.
No, I insisted that he come out here.
Well, then I don't understand.
My father's going to die soon. 20 years of swallowing coal dust in the Pennsylvania mines. The doctor said that if he would have a change, he might live a little longer. So we wanted to come to a clean, invigorating climate.
Does he know?
Yes, he knows he's ill. He calls it the Pennsylvania chest. How could I tell him the truth, Adam?
What if he gets better?
I'll stay here permanently.
Even though you feel the way you do.
He's my father.
We never know about people, do we?
We have a lot in common, don't we?
Yeah.
Watch it now. I don't want any slip-ups. Get off your horse.
What's this all about?
Get his gun.
Be careful of that medicine, mister. My little brother needs that bad.
Sure he does, horse. Sure he does. We need our damage money bad. You tell your brother Adam that.
Mister, a man's life depends on that. You give it to me.
You can have it. For $3,000.
You give me that medicine.
You stupid. What'd you hit him for? Now we gotta wait that much longer. Oh, I didn't hit him very hard. Anyway, now his brother's gonna find out the price of medicine has gone up in Nevada.
Sheila asked me to bring this up. It's nice and cold. The fever hasn't gone down?
It's higher.
Oh. Probably means something inside him is fighting hard.
Is there never a bad side to a thing with you?
Oh, I try not to ignore facts, but there's also such a thing as faith. When that medicine gets here, little Joe's life will be in the hands of God and science, two staunch allies.
You always have the ready-made words for every occasion, don't you, Mr. Reardon?
Has my father been upsetting you?
I'm afraid I didn't need much stimulus.
Adam. Adam. Adam, get him off me. Adam. Adam. I'm shot. I'm shot. Adam, help me.
Joe, he won't get you. You're gonna be all right.
Please.
It's all right, boy.
Please.
It's not right. All this waiting, all this suffering. No doctor, no medicine. What chance does he have, Adam?
Adam. Adam, I'm shot. I'm shot.
Adam, come down, hurry. Someone rode to the barn. Couldn't see who it was.
Adam, they took little Joe's medicine. The hijack men got it.
You hurt?
Not a bit. A little bit of headache.
Who took the medicine?
Those two fellows from Montpelier. They want $3,000.
You mean they're holding little Joe's medicine for ransom? Adam, how could they do a thing like that?
How? You tried to tell me, but I wouldn't listen. Because out here, it's a jungle. For animals. Savages. Where one tries to destroy the other.
Adam, ease up a bit.
Ease up? Yeah, I'll ease up. When this is all over, I'm going away someplace where a man can live like a decent human being. But first, I've got something to do. Come on, we're gonna find him.
No, Adam, you mustn't do that.
Why not? What else is there to do?
Please, Adam, don't let them reduce you to their level. Not you, Adam.
Let him go. Adam and Hoss have to get little Joe's medicine. That's what they have to do. They're not going out there to kill.
Take care of little Joe.
How about it, Cartwright?
Get down.
You want a rifle, Mr. Reardon?
Yes, Hoss, but I'm not too good at using it.
You'll learn. Post yourself over that window and stay down.
$3,000, Cartwright. We want it now.
Get upstairs and take care of little Joe. Now get ready to run.
No.
What's the matter, Cartwright? Ain't your brother worth it?
Adam? Adam! They mean to get that money.
Well, there's nowhere near that amount in the house, but they'd never believe me.
Cartwright! We want that money now. You want to let your brother die?
I'm going out the side door. Cover me.
You dirty blackguard! Why don't you show the whites of your eyes the way you're supposed to?
Looks like they ain't gonna buy it. We'll have to split up. I'll go round back. Get up on the porch roof. Through the bedroom window.
Right.
One word and I'll splinter your backbone and drop your gun. Move fast. Here's one of them. The other one's dead.
Where's that medicine?
Dod's got it.
I want to bash your skull in.
Give me that. Drop those guns. I want the money, Cartwright. Don't talk, just the money. Get it up or you know what's going to happen to this fella.
Be reasonable, Dowd. I'll give you every cent we got in the house.
$3,000.
We have lots of silverware, lots of other things.
Just a moment, Adam.
Shut up, you. Turn around.
Hold it. Where's the medicine?
In my pocket.
Mr. Reardon. If this doesn't save my brother's life, I'm going to kill you. I'll just lock him up in the bunkhouse. Get going.
Go on. Come on! Come on!
Mr. Ridden, I don't know when I've seen such presence of mind and courage.
It was neither, Adam. You see, I'm dying anyway, so I'd nothing to lose. Sheila brought me out here in the hopes that the climate would cure me, but sure, it isn't going to make a bit of difference. Well, now you know. You're not as smart as you thought you were.
Do you know what you are? An old fraud.
Go back. Who are you?
I'm Emmett Reardon, and this is my daughter, Sheila.
Joseph?
Oh, you must be Ben Cartwright.
Joseph!
He's up here, Pa.
I hope God keeps it close tonight.
What time is it?
Almost 6. Why don't you go up to bed?
I gotta go and relieve Hoss guarding those men.
I just sent Hoss to the sheriff's office with him.
Alone?
Well, they were tied up in the wagon. It's all right. He can handle it. Let me get you some coffee.
Adam, it's little Joe. He's calling for you.
Hey, brother. Hey, Pa. Pa, Adam really clobbered it. He really clobbered that wolf. He's not gonna touch our cattle anymore.
I think his fever's broken.
Is he gonna be all right?
Well, I'm no doctor, but I think he'll be all right.
I think we'd better go downstairs now. Would you like to kiss me? Thank you, kind sir. You know, for a little while, I had a dream cooking up. But it was silly of me, wasn't it? Imagine Adam Cartwright being happy at cotillions, social teas, and Sunday promenades back in old Philadelphia.
You don't think I could have made the grade?
Not with your heart back here in the Ponderosa, where it belongs.
How can you be sure?
I knew this morning when little Joe called you. So did you.
Sheila!
Daddy's waiting. Goodbye, Mr. Cartwright.
Bye, Sheila. We'll remember you and your father.
And don't forget, Mr. Cartwright, if Adam ever comes east, make sure he drops in for a visit.
I'll see to it.
There you are, child. Well, I've never seen such a collection of faces. As long as a rainy Sunday. Come on, Sheila. Give us a bit of a song.
When first I saw sweet Patty was on the market day. A low back car he drove and sat upon a truss of hay. Tra la 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 la.